Well, hello, my friends, and welcome back. Yes, it is I, Jeffrey B. McMullen, the humble vagabond, bringing you another easy to do magic trick. Now, for this particular trick, you're going to need one, two, three different colored scarves. Now, it can be done with the same color, but preferably three different colors, and a little magic tube. All right, this is just a tube that I actually bought at one of the large box hardware stores. This is a tube that slides over the fluorescent tubes. So you'll find these in your lighting in the lighting department, and the fluorescent tubes would slide right inside of these. Now you can buy these tubes; they're quite expensive if you buy them from a magic shop, but you can get it for about $2 or $3 for a 4 foot section at the box stores, and that's what I recommend. You just take a tube and you put some tape on the end so that it looks a little bit more magical and not just an absolutely clear tube. So what we're going to do with our tube is we're going to take our scarf, one of them, and we're just going to stuff it inside of the tube. Now, of course, you could have a little story going along with this. There's all kinds of stories that you could do. If these were red, white, and blue, you could do a patriotic piece with it. Red, yellow, and green for a stop and go light. You could use different colors for professional football teams. All right, and it also works well with just two scarves as well as three. I just happen to like three. So what you do is you put one scarf all the way through on both ends. Then you take your other one of the other scarves and you just place it inside, and then you just tuck that inside. All right, and you just continue to stuff that scarf inside the tube like so, making sure not to push it all the way out the other end, right? And then you leave a little bit hang out on that side. You take this scarf and you slide it in as well. Have a little bit of a tail just so it looks nice, and you stuff that inside there as well. Then you can do, again, complete your story, a little hocus pocus, a little prestidigitation, and you can either pull these out very slowly, or if you tuck it in, what I like to do is just gently give a little breath of air, a little puff of air on one end. Whoa, and they come shooting right on out, all joined together. It's called the linking scarves, and it couldn't be easier than what I'm going to share with you today. This is very effective trick. Kids love it. I've been using it for years. Pack small, plays big. Ordinary things in extraordinary ways. It just brings smiles to all my audiences. I love this trick, and it's so adaptable to so many different types of stories. Now, let me share with you how to do this trick. This is very, very simple. As I mentioned, you need one, two, three scarves for this version, and a couple of little rubber bands. All right, now I'm using white rubber bands for the purpose of the demonstration today so that you can see it. But chances are, if you didn't know how this trick was done, you didn't notice the rubber bands the first time through. But they'll be more obvious now because you're watching for them. And I put one rubber band on one end. I've just doubled it up. Take the rubber band, twist it, right, so it's a little smaller. Now you can use dental like braces. If you can know somebody that has braces with rubber bands, those work great, and they're clear. Now if I were to do this trick like with the green on here, I would probably take a green marker and just color that rubber band green, so just so it's not quite so obvious. But again, what I have come to understand, the more I try to hide things, the more exposed they become. If you just handle it in a nonchalant way, people aren't really looking for those things. They just accept it for what it is. All right, so now you have a rubber band on each end. You're going to take the scarf, whichever one you want in the center, and stuff it all the way through. All right, And then reach in with this one, tap it down a little bit, right? And pull it through. Now, what you want to make sure to do is to have your little tabs out, because that's where they're going to overlap. You need that. That's how they join together. You're going to take this one, place it on top, push it in just a little bit, and then roll the rubber band off. And you can see how it joins it together right there. And then I'm going to stuff that in before anyone notices too much, right? Same thing on this side. Lay this over this, stuff it in. Use these fingers then to roll it off. Now you'll want to make sure to get your finger out of there so you don't catch the rubber band on your finger. Stuff it in. And then very gently give a little puff of air on one end, and they'll come shooting right on out. All joined together. Now, for my little friends, this just works great as a magic trick. For my Santa friends, think about all the possibilities of how the red and white candy canes join together. You could use red, white. You could do 4 scarves. You just need to make sure you have enough rubber bands for as many scarves as you're going to join. Sometimes I only use 2 scarves, and I just have 1 rubber band on the end. It really makes no difference. You can load as many as you want. You just need to make sure that you have enough rubber bands. And also that you don't use too many for the diameter of the tube to where they won't come out if you stuff too many in. Not that I've ever done that before. Oh, but this is such a simple little trick. Very effective. 3 scarves and a little tube that you've made out of a fluorescent tube covering that you might find at a box store. Boys and girls, it is I, the humble vagabond, saying, be nice, be kind to one another, have fun, and go make other people smile with magic. I'll see you again soon.